Hi everyone, this is Planners in Practice and I'm Maria. Welcome. This monthly setup is going to be different. I haven't done anything like it before and I decided to create this challenge for myself and whoever else wants to join. This month I decided to finally create some printables for myself and see how I like that. So let me show you what we've got. This is our bundle and here we obviously have the cover page. And by the way, I'm thinking of turning this into a small little notebook for the month. I quite like how it looks. It's very small and maybe I'll just think of some cover to protect it. But yeah, any ideas? I don't want to perforate it here and have a spiral because it's too bulky, or maybe if you happen to know of some smaller spirals, let me know. So here's my cover page and it's spring in Amsterdam, and I decided that this month the decorations are gonna be all about tulips, and we have our travel bureau on our cover as we do every month. Then moving on to my monthly planning pages, and here I have the whole month at a glance, again knowing which date is what day of the week, which is also very helpful. Then over here, this is my absolute favorite thing from planning and everything about planning. This is, if there was one single thing that I had to pick and I was allowed to do only that, I would do this, which is the Wheel of Life. And the whole idea is that we pick the key categories that are most important to us in our life for our specific life situation, and then plotting them like that, and every week giving a score for the things that we want to track from 1 to 10. So there's sleep, and here is 0, and here up here is 10, so this dot here is 5. Then if I had, it will be around here. If I want to give it a 4, it will come down here. So once a week, every Sunday in my weekly planning session, I give each of the things that I want to track a score, and then I plot it here, and ideally you would get a rounded kind of like circle shape. If there's something, if it's too jagged, then there are some things that are probably out of balance and things that we can decide to work on. So it's a great tool for me to see very easily and visually where I need to put more effort, because these all are things that really matter for me. So for this month, it's Energy Reset Challenge. I started this last month, but couldn't really finish it properly, so decided to continue this month as well. And I'm gonna be tracking my sleep, my food, water, exercise, meditation, and my energy overall. So once a month, every Sunday, I'll score each one of these, and over time I'll see how they move, given that I am really focusing and trying to come up with things to do for each one. Then on this side I have my monthly goals. I'm allowed to have 3 things, and usually those 3 I come up with based on this from the previous month. So I look at the last scores I gave myself and usually pick the category that I think will have the most positive impact on the others if I manage to push the score up a bit. So I pick 1 or 2 of the lowest. That's how I come up with 1 or 2 of these goals, and then the other one is usually something else that I'm working towards. Then I have space for to-do list. Again, for the month, I try to put here only things that I know I must do in that month. And it's very nice actually having this to-do list right next to this one here, because that way if it's already, let's say 12, and I'm here, I can see how much left of the month I have and how many of the to-do lists are still not completed. So it gives me a sense of how much time do I have to actually cover everything. Then this bit here is very important for me. It's my monthly reflection section, and it's where I write down my wins, my challenges, and stuff I want to write down for the following month. Then here in the bottom I have space for notes. That could be pretty much anything that I want to keep track of, and I put down here. Then next spread is basically 2 almost empty pages. One is for notes and ideas, and the other one is just lines where I can use for some freeform journaling and reflection whenever I feel like it. And the final one is my weekly spread, and I've kept the format from last month because I didn't get to use it that much, but I also liked how it turned out, so I'll give it another chance. I have the goal for the week. It's only one. It's one key thing, and usually it's one of those 3 key goals that we have on the monthly spread, so one of these. And usually I'm trying to get these done in the first 3 weeks of the month, so the last one I don't have to worry that there's more. But there are months like the previous one when I didn't really get to use the planner much, so yeah, we'll see what happens this time around. Here I have a section for events, and those correspond to the days, so if I have anything happening on Monday, it goes up here, anything on Tuesday here, and I have a day for each of the weekdays and one for the weekends, as there's not so much going on there usually. Here, this is crucial for my monthly experiment, that challenge that I told you about. Here I'll be tracking every day whether I'm in bed by 10 o'clock p.m, whether I've had healthy food that day. I'll be tracking my water intake, and I'm going for at least 1.5 liters of water per day. I want to exercise at least 3 times a week, and we'll see how often I do that here. And also meditation, the more the better. I'm also hoping for at least 3, to be honest, and I usually do 10 to 15 minute sessions. Then down here I have to-do list, and this one is more mundane things. It could be something like buy yogurt, it could be grocery shopping, could be reminders about some bills, or for example this weekend my kid has a birthday party to attend, so I need to prepare the present, and that will go in here for sure. And once I fill out this section, then every day as I'm planning, again when I manage to look at this the day before, usually, so for Monday I'll do that on Sunday night, I'll look at the to-do list and I'll decide what is the one thing that I'll be doing this Monday, which is the key thing that I want to get done. And I've seen this one thing works really well for having a weekly goal, only one, then each day having also one key thing that I'll be completing. And whenever I try to work from the hardest things, or usually those that I really don't feel like starting but I know I have to, that's when things just move forward and I'm most happy with the work that I'm doing. Then over here I have the same thing as the monthly reflection bit, but on a weekly basis. So at the end of the week I am tracking the wins, the challenges, and again here this needs to say next week, not next month, but sometimes mistakes happen, that's alright, we keep going. And here we have a section for any random notes that I might want to add. Now the beauty of the printables I think is that for next week I'll just print 2 more of those and I'll just use that. And also if I need for any reason another piece of paper, if I mess up something so bad that it's not usable, then I can just print it again. But to be honest, it's the first time I'm doing this. I know a lot of people are using them and I've been recommended to try them for a long time, so finally there we go. I thought now is the time. But I really like having like an actual book, so these just sheets of paper are not my favorite thing as they are right now. So I want to put them together somehow. Maybe I can even stitch them. Why not? It's gonna take like 5 minutes. Maybe I'll show you the next weekly video what I've done with the format. But yeah, this is my monthly setup and my monthly energy reset challenge. So if you feel that would be useful for you, feel free to join and comment below the video that you're joining. And I'll make sure to check in with you every week and see how we're all doing. I think accountability is great for challenges like this one. And yeah, let's see what we can do. I hope you found something useful here and that you decide to try some of this. Let me know how it goes again in the comments, and see you in the next one. Bye!